Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Welcome to the IELTS speaking exam. My name is Muhammad. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Sure, my name is Layla Hussein.
And what should I call you?
Just Layla is fine. If you want a PDF of this lesson, then make sure you check my description box for the link.
Thank you. Can I see your identification?
Yeah, of course. Here you go.
Great. Let's start with a few questions about where you live. Where are you from, Layla?
I'm actually from a small city called Maplewood. It's not too far from the capital, and it's known for its quiet neighborhoods and lots of greenery.
What do you like most about your hometown?
I think what I love most is a sense of community. People know each other and there's this really welcoming vibe. Also, the air feels cleaner compared to big cities.
Is there anything you would change about it?
Uh Maybe the public transportation. It's a bit limited, so if you don't drive, getting around could be really tricky.
Great. Let's chat about your work life. Are you a student or do you work?
Yeah, I'm currently a university student. I'm in my final year studying biomedical science.
Why did you choose that subject?
I've always been fascinated how the body works, and honestly, I wanted to study something that mixes research and helping people. It just felt like a great fit.
What's the most interesting part of your studies?
I really enjoy the lab work, doing experiments, and actually seeing how things react. It makes everything so much more real.
Do you prefer studying alone or with others?
I'd say it really depends. If I need to really focus, I like to study alone. But if I'm reviewing for an exam or I have some sort of group study, sometimes people explain things in a way that just clicks.
Let's talk about food. What kind of food do you usually eat?
I try to eat healthy, so usually simple homemade meals like rice with veggies and grilled chicken, nothing really fancy.
Do you enjoy cooking?
Yeah, I actually do enjoy cooking. It's kind of relaxing, and I like trying out new recipes when I have the time.
Is there a traditional food from your country that you like?
Yeah, I'd say I really love biryani. It's a spicy rice dish with a meat and a ton of flavor. Everyone makes it a little different, which is a bit cool.
Let's talk about your sleep. How many hours do you usually sleep?
Maybe around 6 or 7 hours. But honestly, I always try for more. But it doesn't always really happen.
Do you think sleep is more important?
Oh, yeah, for sure. If I don't sleep well, I feel super tired. I can't concentrate at all the next day.
What do you do to relax before you sleep?
I usually put my phone away and I just read or listen to something calm. Maybe something like soft music or a podcast. That honestly helps me wind down at night.
Okay, let's talk about traveling. Do you enjoy traveling?
Oh, yeah, I love traveling. It's the best way to see places and learn about new cultures. I always feel refreshed after a trip.
Where was the last place you traveled to?
I actually went to Istanbul last summer, and honestly, it was amazing. The food, the architecture, and the atmosphere. I loved all of it.
Do you prefer traveling alone or with others?
Definitely with others. It's just more fun when you can share the experience with them. And let's be real, it's way easier to get good photos that way.
Can you tell me about your daily routine?
Yeah, my routine consists of waking up every morning, taking my children to school, and then once I drop them off, I usually come back home and start work at 9 a.m., pick them up around 3, and the rest of the day we just go with the flow.
Has your routine changed much over the years?
Definitely. I used to be more of a night owl, but now I really appreciate getting up early. I feel more productive in the mornings.
Do you think having a routine is important?
Yeah, I think it helps keep me grounded, especially when life gets hectic. I mean, having some structure gives me a sense of control of my day.
How often do you use technology during the day?
Honestly, probably more than I should. I use my phone constantly. For example, I use it for emails, navigation, and even reminders. I also use a laptop most of the day for work or even studying.
What's one piece of technology you couldn't live without?
I'd say my phone. It's a mini life organizer. It keeps me connected and it actually helps me manage everything from schedules to shopping lists. You name it, and it's there for me.
Do you think we rely too much on technology these days?
In some ways, yeah. It's made life more convenient, but at the same time, it's easy to get too dependent. Like even if I want to take a break, I still find myself scrolling mindlessly sometimes without even realizing it.
Okay, great. Now we are entering part 2 of the IELTS speaking exam. Describe a person who has inspired you. You should say who the person is, how you know them, what qualities they have, and explain why they inspire you.
I'd say one person who really inspired me is my oldest sister, Amina. She's about 10 years older than me, and honestly, I've looked up to her for as long as I can remember. She's always been super hardworking and very down to earth. I remember when she was in university and she was juggling all her classes, a part time job, and also helping out at home. She still managed to do very well in school, and that kind of work ethic really left an impression on me. What I admire most about her is how resilient she is. I would say there were times when things didn't go her way, like she once failed an exam, but instead of getting discouraged, she actually just kept going, studied harder, and even passed with a top score the next time. I think that kind of determination is something I can really try to learn from. Besides that, she's also a really kind person. She always goes out of her way to help others, and even if she's busy, she's always there for everyone. Now she works in healthcare and she's still volunteering on weekends, which I think says a lot about her. She's not famous or anything, but for me, she's a great example of someone who stays true to their values and always pushes forward no matter what. And that's something I find truly inspiring.
Great answer. Now we are entering the last part of the speaking exam. Part 3. What qualities make someone a good role model?
I think someone who's a good role model should be genuine, consistent, and even respectful. It's not just about what they achieve, but how they treat others. Also, I think being authentic is really important. People can casually tell when someone's just pretending to be perfect, if you know what I mean.
Do you think celebrities are good role models?
Some of them, yes. There are some celebrities who use their platform to speak up about important matters, and I totally respect that. But others just focus on fame and materialism, which I don't think sets a good example. It depends on their actions, not just their popularity, in my opinion.
Are young people more influenced by family or famous people today?
Honestly, I think it's shifting more towards famous people, especially with social media. Teenagers often spend a lot of time watching influencers, so their values and behavior are actually shaped by what they see online. But still, I think parents and siblings do leave a deeper, more lasting impact in the long run.
How do schools and teachers influence young people?
Say massively. I mean, a good teacher can totally change the way a student sees themselves. I mean, they're not just teaching facts, they're teaching how to think, how to stay disciplined, and sometimes even how to believe in yourself. To be honest, I still remember some advice my teacher gave me in grade 10. It always stuck with me.
Is it important to be a role model even if you are not famous?
Absolutely. I think we're all role models to someone, whether it's a younger sibling, a classmate, or even a friend. The way we speak, behave, or even handle stress can influence others more than we actually realize. So, yeah, even small actions can set a positive example.
We are done the IELTS speaking exam. You may leave now.